The simulation at hand. Hello to all and welcome back to another one of my videos. This video I will explain what we are doing here in the simulation today and why it is important to realize your life goal. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new to help my channel grow. Okay, so the simulation at hand. There is something off with the simulation lately and I don't know if you guys have noticed it. I am here to shed some light on the situation. There is a large force of light coming into our planetary sphere and this is to help you access the power that it can grant you. There is so much of it that even if we all focus on gaining knowledge, spiritual power, and manifest using it, we can't even use it all. There is so much power within it that I have to make a video about it. I just feel obligated to say, this is due to our efforts. There are many things that I want to share today and I think it's time to tell you all my true life's purpose and help to guide you all into finding yours if you haven't already. The next 3 or so years more of the light of the simulation will come into our planetary sphere and I just want to go into detail what this means. As some of you may know, all matter is just condensed light into a solid state of existence. That is proven in the holographic simulation theory and you can find truths of this in the science behind an atom. The atom is a perpetually shifting, solid piece of matter that is made up of protons, neutrons and electrons in a rigid shape depending on its placement in the periodic table. The first and smallest atom in the table is hydrogen and after that each atom gains one proton giving it a slightly different shape than the last. The number of neutrons is not so rigid in its structure because they are what hold the atom together. However many neutrons are needed to keep a stable form of matter is how many it has. Each of these two pieces of the atom has a weight of 1 unit and their mass is represented equally. Now the more protons in an atom the more neutrons are needed to hold it together and once you reach the highest massed atoms they become more unstable. These are the radioactive elements. These elements give off electromagnetic light in the form of nuclear radiation. When weapons are made of these elements they are split down to the atom, giving off massive amounts of light energy across the whole electromagnetic spectrum and also have many adverse health effects on living organisms. This helps to prove that even solid matter is light due to the fact that unstable elements give off light and when certain elements are destroyed aka splitting atoms there is much light produced. When I say light, I don't mean fluorescent light or sunlight but what I mean is any form of energy that is produced by any other form of matter. The source of the light coming to Earth is God's spark light aka photo-spiritual dark light created by the death of an old sun billions of years ago. This light never fades or darkens though can be inhibited by solid matter. When we humans are enveloped in this light it causes our neurons within our brains to become supercharged and allows our brains to work at a higher level. This supercharging light is somewhat between solid and non-solid light though so we call it dark light. Dark light is not always good but the photo-spiritual dark light that has been hitting Earth is rather nice. The light will be very bright and intense for the next 3 years and will peak in intensity around 2022. There is actually 3,000 years of light coming in and that is due to the position of which we are located in the galaxy at the galactic moment. Now on to what I wanted to talk about. We as a people are super receptive to light like this, and we should be educated on its effects to our psyche. If you do not use the light it will just clog up your mental sphere and cause you to be more susceptible to the dark agenda. They will program as much of this light into negatively charged dark matter as they can and we have to fight their cause. There are not many people who have the ability to shift God's spark light into negatively charged photo-spiritual half matter. Though those who can are currently doing it now. It's not even hard for the darkest darks of the Darksiders ranks to perform such minute transmutations. The light is naturally positive that is coming to Earth so we need to harness the positivity to help shift the planet to a better path. It is my goal to make as big of a difference as I can and what I ask of all of you is to help me do this. I don't point fingers at any specific type of entity out there but most people have heard of the negative agenda of the dark side. There are many ways we can make a difference and the easiest one is simply to practice amplification of positive vibes. I try to share as much knowledge as I can on these videos though it is hard to put all the stuff I have available to me into the page. I can only channel higher dimensional energies for so long at a time. Each of you has the potential to change the world around you, and positivity is the first step. Make it your goal to start to make a difference instead of just wasting your precious time on this plane doing nothing that matters. If we all make the switch to being a positive and impactful soul, there is only so much the dark side can do. There is a saying that goes like this: idle hands do the devil's work. This rings true because if you sit by passively, there is no way difference being made. When hand do the devil's work actively, however, there's still more positivity there than idle watching. This is inverse positivity, and I'll talk more about it in another video. At hand, the main problem with the world right now is that there are more idle hands than either negative or positive, so we of the right are not making any progress. If you push yourself to do the light work of the right, you will find that there is so much more to the simultaneous than you could ever dream of. When you work for the light, your life is promised. The more you work and the better work you do, the more that will be granted to you. Very few of the dark side have this power, and they are not given anything for their efforts, so make the smart decision and promise your life, if not even for yourself. There is so much more I have to tell you all, and it will all be explained in later videos. Stay tuned and subscribe if you like my content. That's all for today.